Let's take a dive into Doc's inbox. This message is from Joseph Jefferson 189. Hey Doc, quotation marks. What university did you attend? Joe. Hey Joe. You know, with a capital J, because that's what you do with the first letter of every proper noun. You capitalize it. I'm flattered that you asked about the university that I graduated from. Well, I'm here to inform you that it's actually two, and they're literally visible in every single one of my videos. Yeah, it's there. You just have to open your eyes and listen, which I know is pretty foreign to those that are ignorant. And I wouldn't mind telling you, but because I believe that you're attempting to be condescending due to your own lack of accomplishments in life, your insecurities, and your unnecessary use of quotation marks on Doc, then I'm gonna let you find it yourself. I mean, to be honest, you have to be pretty dumb in this day and age of technology to not be able to find something on the internet that you're actually looking for. I mean, it's either that or you're expressing your interest in my background because you're interested in me.
No, did he?
Now, I must tell you that I am happily single, but unfortunately for you, no disrespect to anybody else and their preferences, but my preference has and will always be naturally born biological women. Not boy bitches that call themselves Joe. Now, let me know if you find the two alma maters that I graduated from, though, because that way I'm sure that you could tell people that you know somebody that's smart.
You dumbass.
While you pretend to be. Peace.
Hello guys, this is Rolly Romero.
Yo, my name is Nonito Donaire. What's up guys, Designer's Eyes.
Here with Bob Santos Boxing.
And I rock with Dr. Boxing Talk.
I want to give a quick shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk.
And I want to give a big shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk. Thank you for all the love, thank you for all the support.
You're rocking with Dr. Boxing Talk. Get your daily news from my man right here, the best in the business. Let's get it, baby.
All day, baby.
Amen.
Bam!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. But if I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Yo, what's good, Boxing Talk family? Welcome back to your favorite boxing news channel, Dr. Boxing Talk, and we are here with a breaking update from Eddie Hearn on Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo Lopez potential fight. And I emphasize potential because I'm not convinced. I am hopeful, but I'm not convinced. And the fact that Eddie Hearn provided an update while remaining coy adds to that further skepticism that I have. Check it out right here.
Shakur Stevenson, Teofimo Lopez. What's going on there, really?
Hopefully some news very, very soon.
Yeah. Will you be promoting that with Riyadh season?
Yes.
So yeah, like I said, he's being real coy here, you know, sly Eddie. I rock with Eddie, man. It's one of my favorite promoters, I have to be honest. But, you know, I don't trust him as far as I could throw him, you know what I'm talking about? And so with him talking about, yeah, man, hey, we have some breaking news and a pretty important update coming up as far as their fight. To me, that just doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to happen indeed. I think it will. Like I said, I remain hopeful, but I'm just not sure. And the reason I have so much skepticism is not really because of Eddie Hearn or even Shakur Stevenson, but it's because Teofimo Lopez, you see? And then even with Eddie Hearn, he says that, yeah, man, I'm gonna be promoting it. Well, of course. I mean, there's no surprise there, right? Because he is Shakur's promoter. He's a Matchroom guy, and he works like hand in hand like this with Big Turkey Al Sheikh. So I don't think Turk would cut him out of that promotion. You see what I'm saying? For your listening pleasure, we are now on Spotify under Dr. Boxing Talk. The same thing on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Spotify, everything. Dr. Boxing Talk, man. Come rock with us. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. But like I said, my skepticism is not with Eddie Hearn or Shakur. It's with Teofimo Lopez. Because if you pay attention to boxing like we do over here, Teofimo is known for what? I mean, he notoriously calls out fighters and then doesn't fight them. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to give you just some examples off the top of my head, just freestyle with it and tell me where I'm wrong. He was supposed to fight a unification with the IBF champion, Richardson Hitchens, who's also a native of New York, to make an all New York City clash. And that hasn't happened. You see, that would have been for a unification for Richardson Hitchens' IBF belt and Teofimo Lopez's WBO belt. Speaking of the WBO belt, remember he told Brian Norman that once Brian Norman was elevated to the full WBO champion like he was after he beat Giovanni Santillan, that he would fight Brian Norman. That didn't happen, right? To the point where Brian Norman's not even a champion anymore. In fact, he's fought, what, 3 fights? He fought Derek Cuevas, he fought Jin Sasaki, and he lost his belt to Devin Haney. So he fought 3 fights in the time span to which Teofimo said he wanted to fight him. Speaking of Devin Haney, that's another guy that he said he wanted to fight. You see? And according to Turki Al-Sheikh and Devin Haney himself, the fight was offered to Teofimo, in which he refused. So that's 3. Speaking to Turki Al-Sheikh himself, he also said that he was offered the fight with another former WBO champion in Keyshawn Davis. He turned that down as well.
Damn.
And speaking of turning down,
I'm sorry.
he was supposed to fight a fight with Subriel Matias. Now, I know Subriel Matias sustained the injury, so they say, but they could have been postponed and it could have been revisited. Was it ever revisited? No, to the point where Subriel Matias not only lost his IBF belt to Liam Paro, he acquired another belt, the WBC, with Alberto Puello. Still no sign of Teofimo Lopez, not to mention Subriel Matias literally put hands on Teofimo too. So wouldn't you want to get that back? Aren't you a man, baby?
Nigga, you's a bitch.
You feel me? So how many is that? That's 4, right? We just going, babe. This is just me freestyle. Not to mention the Terrence Crawford he called out, didn't pursue that. Jerron Boots Ennis, he said he'll fight, didn't pursue that. You see what I'm saying? So it's just too many to keep up with. I'm just saying that Teofimo is the one that makes me uneasy. I won't believe that he's gonna fight somebody of any high caliber in the boxing profession until they're both in the ring and that first round bell goes ding. I'm just not gonna get played like that again. You know, Teofimo, he's just he over there pussyfooting. Let's just call it what it is, you know. So hey, it is what it is. But in addition to what it is, it's also would be a good fight between Shakur Stevenson and Teofimo. I think that's a great fight. Don't get me wrong, 2 young guys in their prime at the top of the sport, both champions, and it's just a great fight. You see what I'm saying? So Teofimo is the only one that has a blemish on his record. He lost to Kambosos, but even that was still, a lot of people give him an excuse for that. Not really me, you know. I just think but I'm also one of those. I don't think George Kambosos is as bad as everybody says he is. I mean, you got to respect George Kambosos. He was a champion, man. And you know, me over here, I respect all champions because not too many fighters could become a champion. So in all, do I think Teofimo should have beat Kambosos? Of course, he should have beat him. But I got to give Kambosos credit too, and he won the fight. So it is what it is. Teofimo is a good fighter. I may not like him for some of his personal antics, like being racist, you know, say multiple times habitually, and then, like I said, consistently calling out people seemingly just for clout. But I have to admit, you know, I could compartmentalize, and I will always say that Teofimo is a good fighter. So Teofimo versus Shakur Stevenson is a great fight in my personal opinion. Now, do I think that it will be a great fight as far as excitement and intrigue once they're inside the ring? I think that fight could potentially be boring. You see what I'm saying? For the casual fan. But for me, I'm going to enjoy it. You see, I'm going to enjoy it regardless. Now, but if you expect it to be fireworks, then I think that you might be disappointed because it could potentially be a bad fight. However, that potential to be a bad fight is way less, you know, it's way less than the potential to be just a great event, because like I said, it's 2 great fighters that are belt holders. Shakur Stevenson's undefeated. He'll be moving up. Teofimo Lopez be running his mouth, and he's a good fighter. He's the longest reigning champion at the 140-pound division, and he has a WBO. That's a good fight. Like I said, 2 young fighters in their prime. For me, just because a fight has a potential to not be fireworks doesn't mean that it's a bad fight. It might be a chess match, and more so with the IQ coming from Shakur Stevenson's side. So for me right now, if the fight comes into fruition, emphasis on the if, I would lean towards Shakur Stevenson, but I do think it's going to be a competitive matchup as long as we see the best forms of both fighters. Man, I think that will make a good show to where I would be happy. And it's supposed to be at the top of the year. So when we hear some more updates that have more definitive information, you know that I will update you as well. But Eddie Hearn coming out and saying that he will be the promoter, that's nothing new to me. And then him saying that we'll have another update soon, that's not really telling me much, but at least he did say, oh, it's off the table. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he's saying the update is coming soon, I think that's good news overall. But I would say just be cautious moving forward, and I will keep you updated. You know how we do over here. But I appreciate you rocking with me as always. Don't forget to smack that like button. And most importantly, remember, with God, we can do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace. Oh, also, happy birthday to Mama Doc. Today is her birthday. I love her. I thank God for her. And without her, I don't know what I'd do. You feel me? So shout out to Mama Doc. You know, I appreciate you. Love you.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.